So you found yourself something that you really want to work on in this life, and you really want to do good in. You found yourself in a position where there's a lot of competition what it is you want to work on. For me, this is YouTube, and there's a lot of implementations that I've put into my life to ensure that I am going to be the best, to ensure that it is the only thing I am thinking about at all times, to ensure that it is the only knowledge that I am consuming, and nothing is going to distract me from getting there due to these implementations that I did put in my life. To get there, to be the best, you need to make whatever it is you want to work on everything. Okay, you gotta block everything else out, any relationships, any problems, any bullshit that has nothing to do with your goal. You need to block that shit out and only focus on your life's mission. Remove all distractions. If you're really serious about whatever it is you're working on, you need to develop discipline, and one way to do so is to remove items in your life that could lead to making it more difficult for you to have discipline. It's okay to remove those things to make yourself have more discipline. It's actually making you stronger. Some people think it's cheating by removing something versus actually saying no to it, but you're making yourself more prone to saying no by removing whatever distraction is in front of you, never giving yourself the opportunity to be distracted. Don't get me wrong, discipline is important and it's something that you need to build upon, but removing something that doesn't even give you the opportunity to distract yourself is also okay, I promise. And it's a really helpful thing to have when you are trying to focus really hard on something. Don't even give yourself the opportunity to pick up or look at whatever the fuck is gonna make you go over here, okay? By removing those things that are distracting to you, you are basically tricking your brain into looking for something else to focus on. And when you do remove distractions, your actual level of interest and focus goes back to a baseline, and your brain has nothing else to look at, so it's going to start to see the thing that you actually like to do and have a goal on as something interesting, because you're not giving your brain any other type of stimulation. This is the only type of stimulation you have. It is the highest stimulated item that you are allowing your brain to look at, and it will become the new norm, and it will become the new baseline, and it will be the thing that interests your brain to actually look at. Like I said, it's not cheating, it's basically hacking your brain to be extra interested in whatever it is that you want to work on full time. You're removing any other bullshit that isn't good for you. You're only allowing it to look at information that is going to be good for you, and your brain is going to, like I said, reset and understand, okay, I have nothing else to be stimulated by, so I might as well be stimulated by this. A huge distraction and a huge opportunity to learn is Spotify or any other type of music streaming service. Music is a distraction, believe it or not. With any free time you do have, you should be just consuming knowledge. You should be listening to long form podcasts, short form videos. And when I say short form, I don't mean like YouTube clips or anything like that. I'm talking like anywhere from like 10 to 30 minute videos. I'd consider that a short form content, or a medium form content, I guess. And long form content. Any time you are driving, anytime you are working out, anytime you are working and have an opportunity to put that earbud in, you, instead of listening to music, you should be listening to someone teaching you something, and that is going to lead to a lot of knowledge, because you're basically listening to a coach telling you how to do something, and the opportunities are endless for what you're going to learn. And before, when I did listen to music, when I would try and dedicate time to actually learning something new or some new form of knowledge, like that new form of knowledge or learning, or whatever podcast I was listening to, a lot of times it would be boring and I'd have to force myself to listen. And when you have to force yourself to listen, you're not actually taking as much information in as you should. When you do delete the music, it's the same thing that goes back to removing the distractions. My brain has nothing to look back to. It's like, it's when I'm listening to the podcast, it's not like, holy shit, I'd be rather listening to music. I haven't listened to it in so long that like my brain has forgotten that there are other stimulating things than what it is I'm learning about. It's like, oh shit, new information, let's take that in. We got nothing else more stimulating than this, so this is the most stimulating thing we have. So your brain again is tricked into thinking that is the most interesting thing that is on its plate, and it's going to want to pay attention because it's interested in it. You're hacking it to be more interested in the things that were previously boring. It's good for you. It makes me happy. It makes me happy to learn, and when I'm happy to learn, I'm more inclined to want to learn other things, and it makes me smarter. If you're interested in getting smarter, I suggest you get rid of the music. If you don't want to get rid of it completely, I understand, but at least try and dedicate blocks of time of when you can listen to music and when you can't. But if you really want to be on the pro level, you just cut it out altogether. The social media, delete that shit. Social media is the #1 mind-altering drug on the planet. With all the short-form content they have now between YouTube Shorts and TikTok and Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, it's ridiculous. People are training your brain to basically lose focus as fast as possible, so you scroll into the next thing. Videos now are focused to grab as much attention as possible. They're basically shooting your brain with dopamine to make you stay as long as possible, and it's ruining your ability to focus on anything long form. Your attention span just is dropped by the way these creators are putting all this short form content at you that is meant to hyper focus you from seconds at a time and then go down to nothing. It's ridiculous. It's so terrible for you. It's the most dangerous thing for your brain. You need to get rid of social media. Your brain will get used to thinking everything needs to be shot at you. Everything needs to be fast. Any form of knowledge needs to be quick, and you're not going to be able to pay attention to anything useful. You got to understand, not everything is TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's not going to be as fast as that. Sometimes you're going to need to take your time and learn about whatever is in front of you. And if you don't have the ability to focus and pay attention for a long time, you're not going to be able to learn about a lot of things, and you're going to start falling behind and just becoming dumber in general. Deleting social media will force you to become interested in other things that are going to make you happy, things that are going to be pure to you. It's going to lead to less depression. It's going to lead to stop comparing yourself to others. It's going to lead to stop thinking that you need all these things, these materialistic things that make you depressed. It's going to stop making you feel bad for these other people who have all these things that they have due to the fact that they had a lot more than you on whatever path they were on to get where they are now. You're not gonna compare yourself to people who were way more fortunate than you were anymore. And it's gonna make you happy. It's gonna make you more happier with what you have. It's gonna make you smarter and happier. You need to delete the social media, okay? Your brain will start to be more stimulated by things that are good for you, and that's the ultimate goal, because you're gonna want to trick your brain to get in a place where it wants to better itself, and it wants to learn, and wants to make itself better. Third thing you need to remove from your life if you do want to focus really hard on whatever it is you want to worry about you want to work on in this world, people, okay? People who are of no value to your success and overall progression need to go. There is no reason to be around people who aren't contributing to your success or aren't contributing to the betterment of yourself or goals, okay? Those people may seem fun, but I assure you they are going to bring you down. You need to start surrounding yourself with people who are good for you. You need to start surrounding yourself with people who are encouraging you to do your best, who are interested in the same things you do, because once you do start to surround yourself with people who are interested in the same things as you are, you'll start to develop some type of competition. So if you are a competitive person, I'm a very competitive person. I love to be around people who are doing the same thing I am, because I don't hate to see them doing better than me. I just hate to fall behind, and it's going to make you get your ass in gear when you see so-and-so freaking doing something that you're not. You're going to say, oh shit, I need to stop what I'm doing. I need to go do that. I need to get on his level. We need to be back on the same level. I can't fall behind. He can't fall behind either. It's going to be good. You guys are going to motivate each other to do your very best, I promise. Don't get caught up in just hanging out with people to fill your time. Some people are bored and just trying to get away from the thoughts in their head. Sacrifice every free minute they have to being with someone so they don't have to think about what is in their head. This is bad because this forces you to hang out with people who are not good for you. And that just goes back to what I said before, being around someone who isn't good for you. It's not going to lead to anything good. It's not going to lead to any benefit of yourself. It's only going to lead to the both of your demise. Normally when you are hanging out with someone just to kill time, the both of you aren't good for each other. The both of you should probably look elsewhere. If you're only hanging out with each other just to kill time and you have no one else to hang out with, the both of you should find people who you should be hanging out with, who share the same interests as you, so the both of you can get motivated by the people that you are hanging out with. It's ridiculous the amount of people who just crave attention, crave companionships, and throw all else out the window because they don't want to be forced to think about the things in their head. It's just another distraction. They think they're busy, but no, you're actually just hanging out with someone to not worry about the real problems of life, and that's bad. Don't be that person and abuse friendships just to distract yourself from what you should really be doing. In the end, just ask yourself if the majority of what you're using with all your time is contributing to the thing that you want to succeed in your life. If it is not, you need to take a serious look at your life and start implementing possibly some of these tactics into your life to actually start prospering the things that you do want to prosper in this world. Remove any possible distractions in your life, the social media, the Spotify, bad people, and good things will start to come to you. You'll start to see yourself get happier because you are starting to focus on a vision. You're moving in the right direction. When you move in the right direction, that's when the mind is happiest. Only consume what is going to help you get to where the hell you want to be in this world. If you like this video, please subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, leave a comment. If you don't feel like leaving a comment, at least like it from me. I appreciate you guys. Have a good day.